Sadie by Courtney Summers. And it begins, as so many stories do, with a dead girl. West McCrae, soon-to-be reporter and star of the Girls podcast series, learns about the case of a dead girl and her sister who has mysteriously vanished. While hesitant to look into it at first, his boss convinces him to take the story. But what could be so different about Sadie's case? Girls go missing all the time. Sadie was only 6 years old when her sister Maddie was born. She was already an outcast as a child due to her noticeable stutter, and she grew up basically abandoned by her mother and her addictions. Sadie swore that she would care for Maddie in a way her mother couldn't do for her. But 13 years later, Maddie's body is found in an orchard, and no one knows who killed her. In search for her sister's killer, Sadie leaves Cold Springs, Colorado on a quest, not only to bring justice for her sister, but to also make sure the killer would never hurt anyone again. Her quest takes her on a road trip where she encounters interesting and dangerous people. She unearths secrets that were never meant to surface, but each step she takes gets her closer and closer to the killer, the man of her nightmares. And just like that, Sadie mysteriously disappears. Will the police find out what happened to Sadie? Will reporter West McCrae be able to follow her trail? Will Sadie find Maddie's killer? Or will he find her first? Tune into Sadie by Courtney Summers to find out. I would classify Sadie as being both a mystery and contemporary fictional novel. I would recommend this book for those ages 13 to 18. While I didn't find any reasons that this book was actually already banned or challenged, there were some themes in the book that could lead to a challenge in the future, such as drugs, alcohol use, violence, pedophilia, murder, and sexual abuse. When I looked into this book, I both read the physical copy of the novel and listened to the audiobook. I highly recommend the audiobook version, since it is in the form of a podcast, which allows the listeners to really get into the story.